Red Ridge, Nevada. A forgotten desert town surrounded by blood-red cliffs that turned the sky crimson every sunset. Most travelers passed through without stopping, but the locals knew the ridge was not just rock, it was history. It was danger. And sometimes, it was a warning. Ethan Cole, a former Army Ranger, arrived in the quiet town with a single photograph, his younger brother Lucas smiling beside the Red Ridge cliffs. Lucas had vanished 2 weeks earlier while investigating illegal drilling operations near the canyon. Ethan didn't believe in coincidences. He believed in signs, and Red Ridge was giving off all the wrong ones. At the local diner, an old prospector whispered, "Son, whatever took your brother, it ain't human greed alone." Ethan's jaw tightened. "Then I'll face whatever it is." That night, he camped near the ridge, unaware he was being watched. Just before dawn, a metallic glint near the rocks caught Ethan's eye. It was Lucas's military-issue compass, cracked, stained with blood, and half buried in the sand. His heart sank, but rage pushed him forward. While examining footprints nearby, he heard heavy engines echoing inside the cliffs, deep underground. This wasn't miners, this was organized. Military grade. Ethan followed the vibrations to a hidden steel door carved into the mountain. Someone had built a secret facility inside Red Ridge. When he tried to get closer, motion sensors activated. Searchlights flared. Voices shouted. Boots thundered. Ethan dove behind a rock as armed men poured out wearing black tactical suits marked with a serpent emblem. Black Vipers. A private militia Ethan had crossed paths with during his service, ruthless, well-funded, and always after power. If they were here, Lucas didn't stand a chance. Later that night, Ethan sneaked into their camp, blending with the shadows. He overheard their leader, General Adrian Kravitz, speaking to his soldiers, "We are close. The Red Ridge Vault holds the ancient energy source we need. Once we extract it, the world will kneel." Ethan's eyes narrowed. A weapon. That's what they were after. Suddenly, a monitor lit up with live security footage. Lucas, tied to a chair, bruised, but alive. Ethan clenched his fists. "Hold on, little brother. I'm coming." But before he could escape, a black Viper guard spotted him. "Hey! You there!" Ethan charged forward, knocking the guard unconscious, but alarms triggered. Red lights flashed across the camp. He ran. They followed. The hunt had begun. The chase led Ethan into the inner canyons. Bullets shattered rocks behind him. Dust clouds swallowed the sky. He slid behind a boulder and used his ranger training, counting shots, timing reloads. When the enemy paused, Ethan sprinted to higher ground and ambushed 2 guards, disarming them with flawless precision. But then, drones. 2 tactical drones locked onto him, their red lasers tracing across his chest. Ethan rolled into a narrow cave moments before they fired. Inside, he discovered strange symbols carved into the walls, ancient markings of the Guardian Order, a forgotten tribe sworn to protect the energy source hidden beneath Red Ridge. Now Ethan realized, the treasure was real. The danger was far older than he imagined. He kept moving, deeper into the unknown. The cave opened into a massive underground chamber. Crystal formations glowed a soft blue. In the center stood a stone platform holding a circular device pulsing like a heartbeat. Lucas was there, barely conscious, guarded by 2 soldiers. Ethan silently eliminated the guards and rushed to his brother. "Ethan, they're going to use the core, to power a weapon," Lucas whispered. "If Kravitz gets it, cities will fall." But before Ethan could carry Lucas out, Kravitz himself stepped into the chamber with 20 armed soldiers. "You're too late, Cole," Kravitz said, smirking. "The power of Red Ridge belongs to me." He activated the machine. The chamber trembled. Energy streaked across the walls like lightning. Ethan shielded Lucas as the ancient core awakened. The mountain shook violently as energy surged into Kravitz's weapon suit, an exoskeleton built to absorb the ancient power. He became stronger. Faster. Almost unstoppable. But Ethan stood firm. He grabbed a fallen rifle, took cover behind a rock pillar, and engaged in the fight of his life. Kravitz fired shockwaves that shattered stone columns like glass. Ethan dodged, rolled, and fought back with precise bursts of fire. He used the environment, ricocheting bullets, collapsing arches, and narrow ledges, to outsmart the enhanced general. Lucas, despite his injury, crawled to the control panel and shouted, "Ethan. The core, it overloads if you reverse the energy flow." Ethan nodded, sprinted toward the switch, and slid beneath Kravitz's blast just in time. He flipped the control. The chamber roared like a volcano. Kravitz's suit began to overload. "No. This power is mine," he screamed. And then the explosion engulfed him. The mountain erupted in a beam of light that shot into the night sky. Then silence. Hours later, Ethan and Lucas climbed out of the canyon as the sun rose over Red Ridge. The once crimson cliffs now glowed gold, as if thanking them. Lucas placed a hand on Ethan's shoulder. "You saved me, and you saved everyone." Ethan looked back at the ridge. "No, little brother, we saved each other." The government later sealed the canyon, labeling it a restricted geological zone. But the locals had their own name for it, the last stand at Red Ridge. Where two brothers changed the fate of the world.